I just came to the realization that like if you're 40 years old, you're like you're never gonna find love. Like,
I don't think that's
oh my
true.
God. Sorry, I woke up like really, really emotional because I was married for, oh my God, stop.
Oh my God. I love when people tell themselves, like, oh, stop crying. Like, I can't cry. It's like you set up your camera to cry. Like, wasn't that the whole point?
I was married for over 20 years and like I was so used to being a wife. Like I love being married, you know? Like I love being a wife. I love having like that one person I love coming home to and like venting all my to. And
Instead of TikTok?
now it's like, yeah, you date people and like sparks fly and then it's just like, oh, I found better.
She believed a new beginning would automatically bring more happiness.
Yeah, you can't think that. Like, again, it's you think you have other options. It's always people think they have other options and they realize those options aren't going to pan out like the one that they had. The solid, secure, smarter option.
So she walked away from a long-term relationship in search of something different. At first, the excitement felt real, but when the novelty faded, she discovered that lasting commitment is very different from temporary attention. Looking back, she realized that what she once took for granted was far more valuable than she had imagined. Sometimes the biggest lesson comes only after the choice has
It's
already
already been made. Yep.
Was talking to my ex again
Why would you do that? Not a good, never a good idea.
and there was a TikTok, there was a I had a fan on here,
A
a
fan?
TikTok follower that messaged me and she said, "Hey, I started talking to this guy and I noticed on his Instagram like those highlight reels,
Okay.
you were in one of his highlight reels, like you guys made a TikTok together."
Why is this girl pointing out to you that you were in a guy's, like, obviously that means you guys were talking and she's just being shady and weird.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's my boyfriend," because we were like trying to work things out. It was long distance, whatever. And
I
she's
guess
like, "Oh,
not.
we're talking." He said he was single, and I'm like, I'm not even crying about that. I think I'm just more sad about the fact that like it's impossible. It's impossible to find someone that you will 100% trust.
I don't think that's true.
And part of it has to do with me too because of my insecurities, but
I mean, most of it is with your insecurities. Like, your insecurities are going to allow you to gravitate towards people who are untrustworthy because of your just past, like, picker experiences, but also because you're not going to give these nice guys a chance because you're going to think something's wrong with them, because you're going to think, like, it has a lot more to do with insecurity than you might think.
honestly, 99% of the time it's because they're cheating, you know, because
And you can't assume that everyone's a cheater. That's the other thing. If you assume everyone's a cheater, then that's what you put into the universe, and that's what can happen to you.
it's so accessible. Social media, talking
Just
to other
because
women.
it's accessible
Why do I
doesn't
still have this-
mean that there's men out there who don't, like, have a moral compass and are like, I don't want to do that. There are people like that. They might be rare now, and it depends what age you are, I guess, but they definitely exist.
Seatbelt on.
I don't want a seatbelt. Get this friggin' seatbelt on.
Nobody expected this comeback. Instead of staying stuck after the breakup, he rebuilt himself from the ground up and refused to let the past define him. By the time she looked back, he had already moved on, built a better life, and closed a chapter she thought would always stay open.
No.
Sometimes the biggest glow up isn't getting revenge. It's becoming someone who no longer needs it.
So I know everybody's heard all these crazy dating stories, and I haven't been on a date since I was with the last guy.
Like 45 years ago.
And I'm like seriously considering never dating again. I see all these horror stories.
I'm the kind of person who, like, if I hit a certain age and let's say my husband died, or, you know, God forbid I end up alone or something, there's an age where I'm like, you know what? It's over for me. I'm not going to go on. What is it? Father Time. Well, there's an app for old people. Old timers or something. Tell me what it's called in the comments. I know it's something like that. My Time. I think it's called My Time, Our Time, something like that. Anyway, I'm not doing that. It's over.
It's the guys that, you know, like me are not the kind of guys I like. Just so much to it.
Imagine, like, no offense to this woman, she's probably very sweet. Just imagine the kind of guy that's swiping yes on her on a dating app. I mean, I just can't even imagine it.
And especially being in my 50s and not being skinny, it just is such a challenge that I don't even know if I want to bother anymore. You know, I just don't know if I should just grow old by myself. I'm already old, but, you know, older. Sorry about my hair. But I don't know. I mean, what is your opinion on this date?
So here's my opinion for you, ma'am. I think if you, let's say, are married, let's say she was married and her husband died, or married and she got divorced. Hang out with your kids, hang out with your grandkids, just like enjoy the years you have left. Like you loved and lost, like, you know, just enjoy the time that you had with that person, and then just spend the rest of your days with your family, right? The family that you built. Now, if you've never been in a relationship, I mean, sure, try, but you know, because you want to at least experience that. But if you already have kids, I would say just give
Situation.
up.
I don't find anybody that's really been happy or successful with
She's still focused on finding her exact type. But successful relationships often require balancing preferences with realistic expectations.
Yeah, you got to be
As life
realistic.
changes, qualities like loyalty, compatibility, kindness, and shared values tend to matter far more than chasing an ideal image.
Right.
Sometimes the strongest relationships begin when people stop searching for perfection and start appreciating genuine connection.
I think people are also too picky nowadays. Now, she's an older woman, so I don't know that she's like as picky as these young girls, you know, these young birds out here. But, you know, she definitely can't be picky. I mean, if she's picky, that's a whole nother thing. It's like, what are you doing, lady?
I'm a single mother, and a lot of people write to me on here or in the comments or even in the wild, and they will say that women, especially of my age, are still single because we have unreasonably high standards.
There are people like that
And
do. Yep.
I don't think it's unreasonable, but I do think and know that our standards are quite high because we've been through enough to know what we want and what we don't want. However,
Right. But there is still a level that is too high. There are people out here talking about six-figure man, blah, blah, blah. When, I mean, realistically, how many people actually make six figures? Not many.
speaking for myself and probably a lot of other people out there, maybe men and women,
Yep.
I'm done trying. I don't want to try.
She's searching for someone who checks
Girl, if you're giving up, I mean, the other lady's 50. She ain't giving up. You can't give up yet.
every box. But relationships rarely work that way. High standards are understandable, yet lasting partnerships usually depend on mutual compatibility, shared values, and realistic expectations from both people.
Realistic expectations is a big thing. It has to be realistic. You can want what you want. You can have your boundaries. I mean, you don't, need to take in a bum, but like just realistic and be just open-minded and lenient a little
The
bit.
rigid the checklist becomes, the harder it can be to recognize a genuine connection when it appears.
Hi.
Yes.
Had a first date this week with a guy who same age as me.
Great teeth. She's probably the same age as the other woman.
So we go out and we're sitting there. Everything seems to be going well.
Going dandy?
And then he proceeds to tell me that I am the oldest woman he's ever been on a date with. Wow.
In terms of like what? Like if let's say she's 55, I'm throwing a number out there. Let's say she's 55. Does he mean like 50 to like 45 to 50? Does he mean like 18? I mean, I think it really depends.
So what's the oldest woman you've ever been on a date with?
Right.
31, he says. 31.
Oldest 31? Yeah, interesting.
Okay.
What's the youngest, I'd ask? I wouldn't have asked. Yeah, what's the youngest?
Okay. So,
Oh, wait, so hold on. Sorry. 31 was the youngest. Okay, that's not that bad. For some reason, I thought 31 was the oldest.
you're telling
Oh, wait, no, sorry. I'm confusing myself. I think the edible's kicking in. So, wait, the oldest is 31. I don't like that.
me that a mature woman doesn't think you're a good catch. It must be a really hard thing for you to admit to me. And I'm so glad you did. I
You probably shouldn't like open up about that. You should probably just keep it to yourself, I would think. Why would he think that she'd like to hear that? A
really want you to know I appreciate your honesty.
little too honest.
I don't think I'm going to hear from him again at all.
You probably won't.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the hardest part of dating isn't hearing the truth. It's accepting that everyone has a past before meeting someone new. Dwelling on previous relationships rarely helps build a stronger current one.
No, I mean, I think I don't think she's dwelling on it. I think she's just stating that, like, it's weird because
Real
it
confidence
is.
comes from focusing on a connection in front of you instead of competing with people who are no longer part of the story.
Sure, but you're not competing. She just thinks it's odd that, like, why is he even going on a date with her? Well, this is from Zaid Malachi. Interesting video. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, the first woman leaving her 20-year marriage and then crying about it on the internet, like, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. With people who cry on the internet, like, go cry in a corner alone. Turn the video camera off. Jesus Christ. Anyway, what do you think? What do you think about all these people? What do you think about these relationships? Do you think these old ladies should stop dating and just, live the rest of their days with their children and their grandchildren if they have them? I think so. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. I love you. I'll see you soon. Well, I won't see you, but I'll hear you. You'll hear me, right? Okay, I gotta go.